knew that this day would come sooner or later. 2 days ago, I crashed my Dji Fpv drone. I was in the field testing some new propellers and I crashed it. What I wish never happened to me just did. I hit a telecom line 10 meters high, but hopefully my drone did not hit concrete. So it fell in the field, in the cornfield. I left the location I was at, started to rush to where I thought it would be. Halfway, I met some cycling guy who asked me, was the drone mine? I replied, yes. I asked him, have you seen it? He described me the location. So I said, thank you, sir. Rushed to where I think it would be. Hopefully, I had assigned the beeping option to the C1 button on the remote controller. So this way, if I was to lose eye contact with the drone, I would just have to press that C1 button and hopefully I could hear the Dji Fpv and beeping. Before this moment, I had done everything I could to minimize the damage in case I would crash it. I had put 2 arm bracers, 2 arm reinforcers. I watched the feedback in the goggles and I could clearly see that there was a problem with the motors because I started seeing some error message about motors. I don't exactly remember which one. Sorry, it was the adrenaline because I was like, am I going to find it? I need to find it. So I still hope everything was okay. Pressed the C1 button, starting to hear the beeps and found the drone. The rear left arm motor was ripped off. The 2 rear propellers were completely destroyed. The battery, gimbal, arm reinforcers and arm bracers were still okay. The rear left arm motor was ripped off, but the cable were still connected to the motor and the ESC because they were still kind of spinning. I could see some reaction of this motor. So it's just, been ripped off with the screws, but there was nothing I could do. My biggest problem is in less than 3 weeks, I'm supposed to travel and I plan to travel with it. What am I going to do? What am I supposed to do? When I got this drone several months ago, I subscribed to the DJI Care Refresh because everyone was talking about it, and like a lot of new FPV pilots, I didn't know if it was a good or bad decision, but I made that decision to subscribe to DJI Care Refresh. Well, in my case, I'll tell you what I think about this DJI Care Refresh. So I've subscribed to DJI Care Refresh for 2 years, and as far as I can remember, during those 2 years, you're entitled to 3 replacements. I paid 329 euros upfront, and each time I need a replacement unit, I'll have to pay a little bit of money. To this day, I think this drone costs around 700 euros or dollars, depending on your time zone. And if I want to replace it, I need to pay 219 euros, which I did yesterday. So I went to the internet, tried to get some information about this DJI Care Refresh. I saw that they had what they call the DJI Care Refresh Express. It means you are asking for a replacement drone. You don't want no data analysis. They will not try to figure out what happened or what didn't happen to your drone. You pay what you're supposed to pay, and they are supposed to sell you a brand new drone. But you need to ship the broken drone to them first. So I contacted them yesterday at 9 a.m. and I told them that I wanted a replacement drone. They told me to wait a little bit because they needed to create some UPS return label, like generated and send it to me. 5 hours after, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, they sent me the labels. So I had to prepare the package and go to a UPS access point, which I did yesterday afternoon. And my package is supposed to be collected this morning by UPS at the UPS access point. Today is July the 8th, and it's been 5 days since I dropped my DJI FPV quad at a UPS access point, so it took them 5 days to deliver it to the DJI repair center. For your information, my quad's been traveling from France to the Netherlands, where the repair center is. It took them 5 days. I've received a notification that was delivered today at 12:53 p.m. and 1 hour after, I've received an email from DJI telling me that my case is taken care of. They have received my quad, and today at 5:10 p.m. I've received a repair delivery notice with my case number and telling me that a brand new FPV quad has been shipped to me via UPS. I can't even see the content of the box. There's a brand new DJI FPV quad plus some propellers, which I've never put in the box when I ship my broken drone to them. So I get some extra props. Okay, so I've just received the brand new quad, and the quad needs to be paired to the remote controller and to the goggles as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing you need to do is just make sure that everything is powered on and you have enough battery. I've grabbed the screwdriver that was shipped to me when I first purchased the quad, the DJI FPV combo. There's a little hole you might not be able to see, but just under the goggles battery hole, there's a little hole, and what you need to do is press it. Just need to stick the screwdriver inside of it to put it in pairing mode. You'll start hearing a beep, and at the same time, what you need to do is, normally you're supposed to wait between 5 seconds to 30 seconds so that the goggles and the quad can be paired. I'm just going to check it out. The message I have in the goggles is aircraft not activated, unable to take off. So power on all devices and connect your mobile device to the goggles, which I'm going to do right now. So in the previous video, I explained to you that the OTG cable needs to be connected to the goggles, and then grab the USB-A to USB-C and connect the other edge of your cable to your phone. So there it is. Just grabbing the goggles. I press OK in there. Just going to DJI Fly app. Sorry guys, it's taking a bit of time. So everything is in French because this is where I live. So activate the DJI device. I press accept. So the device is going to restart. I am updating the DJI Fly app and the fly safe data because it's never been done before. Fly safe data has been updated. Let us proceed now. So now I'm going to pair the quad with the remote controller. Both of them are already powered on. So I'll just keep pressing the start button on the battery. It's in pair mode, and I'll do the same on the remote controller. And I'm just going to check in the goggles. Yeah, the remote controller is linked to the quad. So when you think about it, I paid 329 euros upfront. Yesterday, I paid 219 euros for a replacement drone, which equals to 548 euros for a brand new drone for one ripped off motor. Is the DJI Care Refresh worth it? If I was to compare this quad with DIY quads, it's a little bit expensive, but you get what you pay for. So I think this DJI Care Refresh is okay as long as you don't like screwing, soldering, dismantling, mounting FPV quad components, and if you are in a rush, because what I subscribe to is no question asked, just give me another one. You get what you pay for.